I've sat down and Manny has immediately come to see me. Like, oh, did you come and sit down on the floor to see me? Hi guys, today's video is a bit of a bonus because these things arrived and I really wanted to post this video quickly for you because when I posted it on Instagram stories, so many of you commented, or rather DM'd me to say, are you doing a video? So yes, here we are. This is the Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream from L'Oreal and we are gonna do a wear test and review. Number one, craziest thing. So I just had filmed and edited a video. I'm not sure the order in which you'll see those videos, but the video on Friday is going to be, /was, a PR and the no-buy blogger discussion. So I'm doing my makeup and we're talking about this subject that's come to mind recently. Basically, can you in good conscience talk about being on a beauty budget if you still receive PR? And within that video, I said, I so rarely /never receive products that I was already going to buy, or that I really wanted, something that I've seen and thought, oh, I'm putting that on my wish list, and then it arrives. That like never happens. And almost as soon as I'd finished editing, these arrived. And I absolutely wanted these. These were on my list to buy for next week because I have heard so much about these. So it's the Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream, Perfecting Healthy Glow. Everything about this screams definitely for me. I like something where you can see your skin. I like something that's quite light. It feels light. If it wears away, it's not too unattractive. And this, I feel, is going to fit the bill perfectly. Now, today I put on the fair one because looking at the colour indicators on here, I thought I'm probably more this than I am this. However, tomorrow I'm going to try this one and we shall see. They've got SPF 50, let me say what else it says, mineral pigments, caring waters. The blurb in the press release that came with it says, a transformative texture that boasts the highest level of moisture in a tinted product yet, from a L'Oreal group perspective. Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream quenches dry skin and improves rates of hydration by 10.2% after 5 days. The super moist technology is made up of 70% caring waters, I'm going to need to know about this, and is infused with aloe vera, ginger and witch hazel. The added mineral pigments help awaken tired skin with a sheer dewy tint that offers more coverage than a BB cream. SPF 20, both UVA and UVB protection, joined with an antioxidant action, means skin is also protected against environmental aggressors such as pollution. Now, for those of you that have watched me for a really long time, I'd like a round of applause because I never used to be able to read things out loud. I would fluff everything. Even as I was reading it, I was like, I'm doing it! This has got bold claims. This is very much something that would appeal to me and something that if I read everything about this and it was £25 from, let's say, NARS, I would still be equally as excited to try it. So because it's from a budget brand, extra. So I'm going to show you on the screen right now me applying this. I applied it with a sponge on one half of my face and with my fingertips on the other side of my face. When I applied it with the sponge, I was putting it on thinking, yeah, I feel like I've been here before. I feel like I've seen this kind of texture. I've seen this kind of finish and coverage in other products. Obviously, it was a little bit too light for me. But I was putting it on thinking, this doesn't feel new, but it's a nice enough product. When I applied it with my fingers, totally different animal. It's a very gel-like, really lightweight, almost kind of a cooling sensation. Not in the same way as the Lumen Skin Tint. It hasn't got that kind of cold, but to the touch, it was... I think it's the gel sensation that was kind of maybe tricking my mind that it was cooling. But it felt very nice. It felt kind of almost like a serum in blending it out onto my face. And I think that would be my preferred way of applying this, which is ideal because super fast. If you are looking for something that, especially during lockdown, you just kind of want a little bit of something that feels like you've been put together, you're kind of putting on makeup, but you don't want it to feel heavy throughout the day, I think this is going to be great. But this is just first impressions. I really like the finish of the product. It's kind of like a natural finish. It's kind of a little bit satiny because I am quite oily. We'll see how this goes. On the top of this, I'm wearing it right now, obviously. I've just put on a tiny little bit of concealer, a little bit of kind of a highlighter blush, some powder down the center of my face, and obviously eyes and lips, but not a tremendous amount in terms of the rest of my actual base. I've just kind of put on sections. We've got like on my forehead. Oh no, I've got powder there. We'll see, but I'm gonna do 2 days of testing for this. So I've kind of done a full face on top of this, and tomorrow maybe I'll just do that and a little bit of mascara or something, and we'll see if it wears differently. But I'm gonna come back to you later on today and check it out. First impressions are very favourable. It seems like completely my kind of product, and I'm very hopeful that it's not going to break down because I really want this to work for me. Right, it's been 8 hours, which is a decent amount of wear time for our first try. In terms of coverage and whether or not it's worn, I don't think it has. I think it's all still there. I would say that it's definitely not transfer proof because I've seen little areas where it's kind of gathered into some fine lines, and just little tiny bits, nothing major, nothing that I would like look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, can't believe I've been walking around like that, just tiny sections. So it clearly doesn't set. Also, because I am quite oily, it's been warm today, I've been cleaning, scrapbooking, as you do. It has produced, or rather my skin has produced some oil, and it's not controlled it. I do feel like I'm quite oily. That said, no. At this point, I would 100% be like blotting or powdering. So it's definitely not oil control, which is not a major issue because it's obviously supposed to be more hydrating. Quick update, I just blotted. I went to the bathroom and blotted, and it looks amazing. I'm really impressed. This is an entire day, or literally all I've done is I've just taken some tissue paper and kind of blotted around the particularly oily areas. It's maybe kind of lifted that around my nose, I would say, but that's where I would find around my nose and my chin is kind of where, my face, don't you? I know in the time of COVID it's even worse, but it's true. And that's where I kind of expect it to break down anyway. But I think this is amazing. Day 2 with this foundation, and I'm wearing the darker shade. I'm wearing light 1. So fair 2 and light 1. You can see even on the packaging, it looks quite a bit different. I'm going to swatch them for you because when I put the one on today, it looked really dark and then it blended out. And it's not much of anything. It's not a million miles away from the Lumen skin tint that I love, in that it goes on and looks like it's not going to match. But there's really not a tremendous amount of coverage, so it blended out like a gel kind of moisturizer, just really beautifully. Very quick to apply with my fingers. Just did a little bit of mascara and what was left over of my bronzer on my brush from yesterday. That is, I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't even know if it's going to show up on camera that much, but I think that's quite significant, the difference between these two shades. It definitely looked that way when I put them on. I mean, you can see a little bit more there. So this looked a lot too dark for my skin, but it blended out and it just kind of warmed everything up slightly, but it definitely didn't look like, wow, okay, too dark. And that's actually the shade that I would have picked. Now, when I talked about this on Instagram, a couple of people mentioned that they had found that it oxidized on their skin. I didn't notice that yesterday, and I am very oily, but we'll see today because this now, if this is going to oxidize, I think we will be able to tell that it is too dark for me by the end of the day. Okay, it's been hours and hours and hours, easily 8 hours, maybe longer. And again, looking in the mirror, I'm really happy with how it's worn. It's not a lot of anything. It's just really, I would say this is giving me a slightly more coverage than the Lumen skin tint that I'm such a fan of. It doesn't have quite that same cooling feeling when you put it on. I did kind of compare the two and it hasn't got that kind of freshness. It feels like maybe a little bit, but it hasn't. That is kind of just like a strange product in itself that is truly refreshing when you put it on your face. But if you were looking for something that does a very similar thing and is slightly better for oilier skin, I think this is the one. I still think that Lumen is great. I still think that that product is a special product on its own because of that weird, refreshing, cooling sensation. But if you are looking for something that's going to do a similar thing to that for a fraction of the cost, I think this is really good. I wouldn't say that it's a replacement for your foundation, but if, like me, you like BB cream type products, you like things that are just a little bit of a tint, especially right now, I think you're gonna love this. Not massively great for oil control, but not terrible. Didn't make me produce more oil. And I just really like it for what I'm into right now. If you've tried this, please let us know what you thought of it, because the more opinions, the better. I just have the one face to try this on. I would say that I've kind of broken out down here, but this is from wearing a face mask in the shops. This is not relevant to any product specifically that I've been trying, I don't believe. and everywhere else I feel like it's all kind of good. So yeah, hopefully this was useful. I just wanted to throw it up quickly because I've only had it for a few days. I may clue you in a little bit more, kind of keep you posted on how I'm feeling about it, because I'm going to keep wearing it. So if you want to follow my other channel, I have a vlog channel. I'm going to talk probably a little bit more about it there and in kind of subsequent videos here on my beauty channel as well, if there's more to say about it. I have already got a feeling it's going to be in a favourite soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!